How long were you in college?
6.5 years.
6.5 years?
Yeah, 7 almost. Yeah, just about. Yeah. Number one party animal in the country.
You know, as long as I've known you, and I'm sure you've heard this or told this story many a times, I didn't even know that story about you in college. How did you get voted that, or how did that become?
It was Rolling Stone wanted to do an article about the school. So this one dude called up like 5 different people, just like, you know, cold calling the president of the school, Freddie Maglione, who I grew up with, the president of Lambda Chi, Eric Pogue, who was one of my best friends, president of ATO, Charlie Erdman, who was one of my best friends. Just called like 5 different, the head of Scalp Hunters. He just called like 5 different organizations. And I had partied with every single one of those guys the night before. Like, it just randomly, we had all partied the night before. And so they all thought it was me fucking with them, being like, hey, I'm coming out of school. I want to meet like a real party guy, a guy who likes to party. Do you know? And I really was that guy. So they're like, oh, okay, Bert. And like a couple hung up on him and said Bert. And then Eric Pogue was like, oh, Bert Kreischer parties so hardy, like as a joke. And this guy's like, I've heard Bert's name 4 or 5 times. I'm going to call, get Bert's number. And Eric Pogue gave him my number. And he called me, and I was in the middle of a bong hit. I was in the middle of a bong hit. Blair Mendez answered the phone. He's like, hey, it's Rolling Stone for you. And I was like, sure. I mean, I'm like a college kid, you know, like there's no way. And I was in the middle of a bong hit. We were going to go play Frisbee golf. And he gave me his pitch. He's like, you know, I want to see the school. I want to meet everyone. I you know, I've told that you know a bunch of different people, and I want to see everything about the school. Can I stay with you for a week? And I exhaled the bong hit, and I was like, yep. He was like, were you just doing a bong hit? I was like, I was. And he was like, oh, perfect. So he stayed with me for a week. And then when they went to write the article, it just didn't pan out. Like it was to write about the school didn't make sense. And this guy, Jan Werner, was like, what if we just make it about this kid? And so then they shifted it and just made it about me. I didn't know that it was going to be, I didn't know that was going to happen. They sent a photographer, Nitin Vidukal, down to shoot pictures of me. And I didn't know he was shooting pictures of me. I mean, I knew I was in the pictures, but I thought he needed someone in the pictures, and no one wanted to be in the pictures. Everyone's like, I'm good. This is back when fame was not something everyone wanted. Like, people wanted to like be private. Yeah. It's insane to think that there was a time. And of course, me, I was like, I want to be in the magazine. I was like, if I get one picture in the magazine, that would be great. And so I told this on this podcast the other day and got emotional. I won't get emotional now, but for spring break, I went to my uncle's house. My uncle had a lot of money, and he was like in Washington, big, successful guy. My dad would kind of farm me off to him and go, Jerry, can you help Bert figure things out? And so my uncle brought me up there and to figure out what I wanted to do. I interviewed for some jobs, and then Rolling Stone was trying to get in touch with me the whole time. And I was like, that's crazy. And then my dad met me at the airport, and he had like all the magazine things, and they sent me the magazine, like the pictures that were going to be in it. And I was like, my dad's like, buddy, I think you're going to be in this magazine. I think this story's about you. And then it came out April 1st, and it changed my life. Like it was, this is going to sound so silly. I found out that the valley is infiltrated with black widow spiders. I found that out, and I said to my wife, there's 2 times in my life. There's before I knew about black widow spiders and everything else. Like, I was joy and I was happy. And then there's now that I know that black widow spiders are on everything you sit on. And it was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then all of a sudden it was like a shift where that article came out, and I was like, one of my best friend's dads called me, and he was like, you're never going to get an opportunity like this. You need to take full advantage of it. If you've ever wanted to do anything in the entertainment business, now's the time. If you want to do stand-up, do it. And then, you know, Oliver Stone's company optioned the rights to my life. And I'm in college. No money, mind you, but just the option. And you're taking phone calls and like pitching stories.
Where are you in freshman, sophomore?
I'm a senior.
Oh, you're a senior.
This is my 6.5. I'm like getting ready to graduate.
Oh, this is the end.
This is the end. So I did stand-up once, then moved to New York, and like 6 months later, Will Smith discovered me. And then all of a sudden I was off to the races. I was like, And then, you know, the movie with Oliver Stone kind of falls apart because Will Smith's now, we were doing the exact same, technically, now we look back at it, the exact same sitcom as they were going to do as a movie. But yeah, it was crazy.